NRG to talk about two of the medicinal mushrooms, because I get a lot of questions about that. I think people always hear, oh, the Chaga's good to take or the Gano's good to take, but they don't really know what's in it, and they don't really know how it works, and so they're not sure, not as comfortable with it, or how to it. So I'm going to start first with the Gano, or Ganoderma. It basically is a medicinal mushroom known as reishi mushroom. And with the Gano, you'll notice it's in, and in most of our coffee products actually have the Ganoderma in it. And it's mainly because it's giving you an extra health benefit when you're drinking coffee. So it's like, okay, well, you're doing something you do every day. Why not do something that actually promotes your health and helps to prevent cancer and a whole bunch of other things that we're going to talk about. So what Ganoderma is known for is it helps to boost the immune system. It's actually been shown to kill the flu virus. So definitely a good time of year to take it is during cough and cold season, or if you want to help keep from getting sick. It's also, like we talked about, a powerful antioxidant. It helps to clear those free radicals, those damaging proteins and from your body, so that you're healing your body when you actually ingest the Ganoderma. It's been shown to be effective in heart health. So folks with chest pain or heart conditions or heart rhythm problems, it's been shown to be helpful for that. One of the most favorite properties it has of mine is it's an adaptogen. Adaptogen is it's a chemical that helps your body adapt to stress. So Ganoderma is really good as a stress reliever. It helps to relax you. It helps with anxiety. And so you can see why it's good for your general overall health. There's also been some evidence to show that it helps to lower blood pressure and cholesterol. It's been used quite often also in folks who are going through chemotherapy or for cancer. Because of those healing properties and the fact that it can actually heal your cells, it's actually been shown to kill cancer cells and help people survive from cancer, especially as it relates to kidney problems as well. Gano is very important for kidney disease, helping to heal people with kidney disease and or kidney cancer. Okay. The other thing that Ganoderma has been shown, and you may hear a testimony, my cousin Michelle actually gave a very powerful testimony this weekend in Chicago. She's been a diabetic for 25 years, and she, insulin-dependent diabetic. And she started on the products, including Ganoderma and Chaga and the NutriBurst, about a month ago, where she was taking them consistently. And she's always, been a really compliant diabetic, but every time she went to the doctors, her numbers were never on goal. And she was, frustrated, but doing the best that she could. And when she went this past week, the doctor was asking her, like, what are you doing? Your numbers haven't been like this in 15 years. And she told him, she said, well, I've been taking these TLC products.
Dr. Gator.
Yes.
She's actually on the line tonight.
Oh, she's going to give her testimony? Okay, I'll let her give her testimony.
You could bring her on now. Michelle, are you on the line?
All right, okay.
You are doing a great job. I'm just listening.
All right, cuz, go ahead, give your testimony.
Well, thank you guys for letting me share my testimony. Thank you, cousin. I appreciate that. But as my cousin said, I've been a diabetic for really over 26 years and insulin dependent for 25. And so after my experience with the Gano and the Chaga and the NutriBurst and the NRG, I had a doctor's visit. My A1C has been lowered, coming down from 11.9 and now 7.2, which is extremely good for someone whose body does not really produce a lot of insulin. So, I know we don't make medical claims, but for me, I spend about $200 a month on all kinds of herbs and supplements. And here I've discovered, thank you to my cousin Carmen for introducing me to TLC. I found something that I feel like is my miracle in a bottle. So I'm just very thankful about that. But again, we don't make the medical claims, but it has been my experience that those products have lowered my A1C. My blood pressure is lowered. And now my doctor wants to try the product. So I'm hooking him up with a little kit because I hope he's going to become a business partner of mine, and then he's going to help some other patients of his, discover some really great products that can really benefit them in trying to manage their diabetes. So I'm super excited about the product because I feel different. I've had a total life change. It's, I get emotional talking about it. So thank you, Stormy, for letting me share that. Thank you, cousin, for bringing me on, and Carmen for introducing me. I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, Michelle, for sharing. I mean, this weekend, really quickly, Dr. Gator, when you shared, it just really brought a whole new revelation as to why we should use the Chaga and the Gano. And I've already been using the Chaga, and I noticed that it sends me to the restroom. I do notice that. I make Chaga shots. I don't just take the pills. But I took the Gano the next day, and I don't know, maybe Dr. Gator can help me understand why. But I took the Gano and the NRG together, and my mental clarity and my energy was through the roof. So I'll turn it back over to you, Dr. Gator.
Well, and that makes sense as we were talking about, you know, the NRG, the fact that it does help with mental focus between the 5-HTP and that bitter orange. It's really going to help you focus. So, and then of course, with the Ganoderma boosting your immune system and being an antioxidant. So when you took the two of them together, you probably had a nice little combination effect with that. So that is Ganoderma. So I hope you guys have learned a little bit about the Ganoderma so you can help recommend it to people. I mean, I really feel like it's something that everyone should take on a daily basis. And some people can take both, Ganoderma and Chaga. Some people, you know, just pick one versus the other. I get that question a lot. I don't think there's any right or wrong answer. They're both very powerful medicinal mushrooms. They do sometimes call Chaga the emperor and Gano the king because Chaga actually has even more potent antioxidant and anti-cancer properties above and beyond the Ganoderma. And, you know, I was on the plane back from Chicago, and, you know, we have to fly Delta out of Atlanta, you know. I'm not a huge Delta fan, but I do it. And I was reading Sky Magazine, though, which actually has some really great articles. So I have to say, kudos to Delta and Sky Magazine. And there's an article in there, so you guys check it out if you happen to be on the airplane, that talks about, is cancer preventable? And it really struck me, you know, that they were talking about the fact that every adult, almost most adults, like over 90% of us, have dormant cancer cells in our body. So that means we have cancer waiting to happen, and through different changes of the environment, between toxins we're exposed to, between things that we put in our body, between the stress that we have, different things in our environment will turn those cancer cells on or keep them, you know, at bay and keep them dormant and keep us from preventing cancer. And they even went on to talk about the fact that some folks who actually, you know, have been diagnosed with cancer can actually revert those cancer cells back to a dormant stage where they're not active. And so that made me really, you know, think about that and the fact that, you know, I was taking Chaga every day for my personal health, and to try to actually heal my body. I'm trying to have a baby at age 40, and there was a lot of data and research on the really strong antioxidant power and how that can actually help your eggs rejuvenate. I'd like to call it, you know, breathe life back into my freeze-dried egg. But so I was really taking it, you know, hoping to improve my egg quality, and I'll give a quick testimony on that. I actually had gone for fertility treatment back in the springtime before I started the Chaga, and they were telling me that I really should use donor eggs because my egg quality was very poor. And after taking the Chaga for the past 3 months, I went back and went to a different specialist, the number one in the world, and he actually told me that, you know, my egg quality had improved, and he was quite surprised and said, you know, if I really wanted to use my own eggs, that he thought that I had a good shot. So, I mean, when you think about the power of this product, like the Chaga, which is another medicinal mushroom, to heal your body, to prevent you from getting cancer, so many people have cancer that runs in their family, or so many people just between, you know, stress and, you know, not eating right and processed food and fast food, we're just damaging our bodies. And that's why something like Chaga is really important to take on a daily basis. Other great things about Chaga, it helps to heal the stomach. So if you have folks with stomach ulcers or a lot of inflammation in their stomach, ulcerative colitis, any of those things, Chaga will help to heal that. It boosts the immune system. We talked about the fact that Chaga helps to treat cancer. There's actually some pretty good data on the fact that they took extracts of the Chaga and put it with cancer cells as well as normal cells. And the Chaga extract actually killed the cancer cells. This is skin cancer, breast cancer, colon cancer, lung cancer. It killed the cancer cells and left the normal cells alone. So think about how powerful that is. You know, if you've got folks who are on chemotherapy and other things that are really damaging their bodies, the Chaga and the Gano can help to not only kill the cancer, but to help protect the normal cells that are in the body. And I'm going to just give one more quick testimony on the Chaga. I've got a patient that's, going through cancer right now. And he came into the office and was just in a tremendous amount of pain. He had, stomach, intestinal type cancer and was having a lot of back pain and had been to the emergency room that morning and had gotten 2 shots of Dilaudid. Now, Dilaudid is 10 times stronger than morphine. And by the time he got to my office, the Dilaudid had worn off and he was in severe, severe pain. And so I'm thinking to myself, okay, what am I going to give this gentleman? And it turned out that, I couldn't give him morphine. I couldn't give him any of the other strong medicines that we had. So what I ended up giving him was NutriBurst, Gano, and Chaga. And the best way to take the Chaga, and also you can take the Gano this way, is to take 2 ounces of warm water, not too hot, and then open the capsule and dissolve it into the water and then drink it kind of like a shot, like Stormy was saying, because it absorbs directly into your system. And do you know, after taking those herbal products, within 15 minutes, his pain went from a 20 to a 5. I mean, amazing. Now, the Dilaudid, 10 times stronger than morphine, wore off and couldn't control his pain, but these products actually were controlling his pain. And that just was just even powerful for me to see as a physician, because I believe in the products, but to actually see something like that, to see that it treats cancer pain, it's just really remarkable. And I'm sure we're probably going to hear some testimony on that as well. And then I'm just going